do that, I want to start with another little story, a story that I've actually never told before. Now, mind you, I've given many speeches, but this one's a little special. And I've never shared this story before, but prior to preparing to speak with you all this morning, I really hadn't given this much thought at all. And as you just saw in the video, there was a time in my life when completely unexpectedly, I slipped into a vegetative state for 4 years, and that happened ultimately almost overnight. And we had absolutely no time to prepare for it as a family. And later, when I was recovering, I spent a decade in a wheelchair. So during this time, while I was out of it and unresponsive, my parents were scrambling to figure things out. My mom was by my bedside almost all the time. Meanwhile, my dad was taking care of my 3 brothers, running the house, and working like crazy trying to stay afloat. You might imagine the sudden and huge financial burden that my situation caused. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Sorry, not my fault. But I feel like once you go to the doctor, it's amazing how many bills show up for the next couple of weeks, right? I think an Advil is like $40. Imagine my situation where I was in and out of hospitals all the time, seeing countless doctors who were trying to figure out what was wrong with me. And the medical bills from what was going on with me were quite honestly astounding. And my situation got so bad that at one point, my dad was forced to quit his job because he couldn't travel anymore and he needed to be home to take care of the boys full time because my mom was consumed with trying to keep me alive in the hospital. And I can imagine the stress had to be virtually unbearable. My family was able to weather this storm because of someone just like you. You get it. That when the bills are piling up and the income stream from your job disappears, that can be a recipe for financial disaster. And at that time, my dad was working with a financial advisor. Hey guys. An incredibly kind gentleman named Keith, who had been helping my dad make the right financial decisions for years, long before I got sick, because let's be real, folks, I'm a triplet, there's 3 of us, and then there's another one. A lot of kids. And of course, there's no way for Keith to even know at any point that I was going to get sick. None of us knew. And he and my dad were cooking up a plan for college for my 3 brothers and I. And my dad and Keith never in a million years imagined that the unexpected would happen. But Keith planned for the unexpected. And that's exactly what we got in a very big way. I share this with you because Keith played a role in saving my life, and a very important role. So given this opportunity to stand in front of a room full of Keiths, 3,800 Keiths to be exact, is that the right? I'm really bad with numbers, so don't judge, is that right? Yeah. I didn't want to miss a chance to share that very sincere and heartfelt thank you for the critically important work that all of you guys do for so many families just like ours every single day. So before